Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for another video. So today I will be playing with the Morphe 35C, which is the Everyday Chic palette. I'm not gonna lie, when I initially saw this, I wasn't like super enthused. I just normally don't gravitate towards like these like lighter like mauve, dusty rose, a pop of like glitter here or there kind of shade. I really did love this one and this one and this one. I like the deep dark and dramatic, and I'm not gonna lie, this little purple purple right there, it did something for me. But because it's new in store, I've been making an effort to kind of like play with it a little bit. You can see a lot of these shades have been like tip-tap patty-whacked into. I did keep the little insert, mostly because I just opened this 2 days ago for the first time, and so I have not lost it yet. But I actually know at least one of my subscribers has this palette because she tagged me in an Instagram video. So Delaney, I know that you're playing with this, and maybe you'll find one of these tutorials useful. I got you, boo. So I'm probably going to do several videos with this palette simply because I feel like a lot of my subscribers need something a little bit more like that for like their wearable like day-to-day, and also because I do think that these are colors that are similar or similar enough to things that you probably already own at home. Also, as you guys know, I like to use what I have. So you guys have seen that Norvina Volume 2, that like blue-green palette. You guys have seen that an absurd amount on this channel, but listen, I use what I have. I did go ahead and prime my eyes with the P. Louise base, and the first shade that we are going to dip into. So the first shade that I'm going to dip into is this like dusty rose color. This is called Cute Shoes. You can really see my eyelid veins in like full force today. I did prime with the P. Louise base, but I used such a little or sheer amount that there was no way it was going to cover. But I was talking to one of my managers who does more editorial work than I do, because I don't do any, but hey, hit me up, I would love to. But I was talking to one of my managers about, you know, like tips and tricks for when you're working back. So I was talking to him about like things that you do backstage, or like what's different in makeup when you know that you have to apply several looks to one model, you know, in a day. And he told me that the key is to like, they don't use primer, or he doesn't use primer on like the eyes because it doesn't have to last very long, and then you go and take it off. So I considered not using primer today, but one of the reasons that I like the P. Louise base so freaking much is that it covers my eyelid veins. So ain't nobody want to see that. You're not here to see my veins, you know? The next shade I'm going to tap into is called Total Mood, and I'm using mostly the point of that brush to concentrate that color out here in the outer corner. We're not dragging this color as high up as we did that initial shade, simply because we are all about creating like that really pretty fade or that nice gradient. And then I want to deepen my crease before we carve it out, because today we are going to be doing a cut crease. So I'm going to take the color It's a Date, which is like this really pretty plummy color, and I am going to run that back and forth. It's okay if it's messy because, like I said, we will be cutting it out. We want to make sure that we work that color into our crease. I have naturally fairly deep set eyes, so my crease is very apparent to me, but more important than getting it in the crease is actually getting it like a millimeter or so higher, simply because we are going to be carving out this area and we don't want to lose the work that we've just put into it. That's a mistake that I used to make all the time when doing my cut creases, and I couldn't understand why, after like spending all of that time on my look, it wasn't like noticeable when my eyes are open, or it got messy throughout the day. It was simply because it was like misplaced, and so those colors would disrupt each other with like my eye folds. What a phrase. I'm also gonna make sure that that Playdate color comes ever so slightly in here. I also want to sweep that color like down and out and like round out that shape. Because I have such large deep set eyes, I love a nice rounded shape. I think it's like pretty cohesive with the way that my face naturally is, and kind of exaggerates what I got going on. So I'm going to use my P. Louise base and carve out my crease ever so slightly. I'm going to use a fairly like faint amount of this product. because there's something else that I want to do as well. I do have a fully in-depth cut crease tutorial here on this channel in the Makeup Basics playlist for those of you who are interested in learning a little bit more. So the other day I did a look very similar to where this is at now and where it's gonna go after this for the most part, but one of my friends likes to use the Acid Rain P. Louise bases as eyeliner, and I was so inspired seeing her eyes the other day that I had to get the Nitro one. And so today, I think I want to pop a little bit of that into like the mauve like color scheme that we're doing here, just for like added contrast. So I'm taking a paintbrush, and it is a slightly wet paintbrush just to like keep everything nice and emollient. And I am going to be adding this into our cut crease because I think that'd be nice and pretty. Alright, pretty happy with the way that that looks so far. Now we just need to clean it up, and to clean it up we are going to be using a little bit more of that P. Louise base, that same rounded flat brush, and we are just going to fully carve out the rest of our crease. I'm just tapping out the very edge of that here because I am going to smoke a shadow inwards to kind of like have it taper out into nothingness. Little Houdini act over there. I'm going to be using several colors and a flat packing brush, like a little smudge looking brush. For this, the first shade, let's see. I think we're going to stick to these like crystal-y colors. I'm going to use the shade Hello There. Hello There. I watched Glam & Gore's Mrs. Doubtfire video, and that's all I can hear now. So I'm picking up on that smudge brush a little bit of that Hello There, and I actually spritz the tippity top of that with a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Mist Spray, and I'm going to be packing that shade closest to that blue cut and going about like 3/4 of the way because we're going to use other colors. Same thing, other side. And just a quick note, whenever I do spray my brush like this in order to get like a metallic shade to apply a little bit prettier, I don't spray from close up. Because it's a nice continuous mist, I spray back here and then I like swish my brush through that like general air space, if that makes any sense. A nice like wafting motion. So the next color that we're going to be picking up is Ooh La La. I haven't used this color yet, so hopefully it gives me the payoff that I was looking for. Same dealio though, you're gonna pick it up on your brush, you're gonna hold your brush an appropriate distance away, and then you're gonna spritz it. I'm not gonna lie, I really anticipated that being a little bit more pinky. That's a little too sheer for what we're going for. So actually I'm going into the color Melt Hearts, and we're going to use that one next instead. That's like a princessy pink. So, and then the last color that we're going to pick up is the color Enamored. I just like that word. And I'm gonna concentrate this the closest to the lash line and then up and out. I feel like those colors look so different in the palette, like when you look at all of them, that you would anticipate like a more stark difference, but not that I'm mad at it, I just feel like it's subtle, like nice and subtle, and I just don't know that people are gonna see that from 6 feet away. I'm gonna pick up Total Mood again, and we want to kind of feather out this area right here. So it's going to be a little bit of a soft stippling motion at first to kind of make sure that color is placed where we want it, followed by that soft sweeping motion to kind of gradually blend or blow everything out. And you'll notice that when I get down here to the lash line, I do give it that little like flick of the wrist into that lash line. I want everything, again, to be nice, rounded. I love that shape, as you guys know. As far as the lower lash line, normally I would like finish off my face and then go to it, but we're not gonna worry about like face coverage today. I'm picking up Cute Shoes again on this like tighter, this little tight pointed brush, and I'm running that kind of like messily along the bottom. I'm gonna be picking up It's a Date, and I want to smoke that right along that lower lash line. I'm My everyday makeup style is like literally somewhere between 90s grunge and the Euphoria show. And I haven't even seen it. I like to glue things to my face. I'm all about like sequins and dots and like avant-garde makeup, and almost every day for like the first couple of like months, whenever I had time to like fully do my makeup and I was like wearing one of my like weirdo looks, someone would tell me that I looked exactly like the people from the show. So, or my makeup did. So if you guys are filming another season, hit a girl up, because I will live my best life on your show. So because we're already here and I feel like we still need a little bit of something, we're going to use that same brush and that Acid Rain in the color Nitro, and we're gonna give ourselves a little flick of liner. That's super fun. Look at that. And you know, initially I was going to do like this and then bring it down, but now I'm wondering if I shouldn't just connect it to this mess right here and let it be like super weird. But you know, I had a teacher in high school who said, listen, when it comes to a test, your first instinct is usually correct. And I was like, then why do other teachers tell us? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. How come everybody else tells us to review our work then in case we got something wrong? A little unusual, but I'm not gonna lie, I actually quite like it. So even though that's not what any of us signed up for this early in the morning, because I couldn't sleep and it's only 6 a.m. now, I'm gonna do the other side. So off camera, I added some mascara. I added a little bit of warmth to my face as well as a gloss, just so that we didn't look as like crackety lackety. This is it for today's look, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, things usually just kind of like get carried away with me. I just wanted to try something, and I'm actually quite pleased with the way that this eye in particular looks. So I feel like that did in fact pay off. I love this like general shape. I like the contrast of colors. I like how it's like all of these like pretty like cool tones and then a cool toned like blue. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you would like to make this look a little bit more like everyday wearable for you, although I really feel like that's not too crazy. Considering some of the other things that I've done here on this channel, this isn't that bad. But if you wanted to like, say, leave out the weird liner here, or if you even wanted to leave out the blue in your cut crease, you could do a traditional cut crease, add some mascara, maybe do a little flick of normal liner, and this would be a more wearable look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys found this tutorial a little bit useful, maybe entertaining, or fun. Let me know what your thoughts are of the 35C palette, those of you who have it or have looked at it. Are these colors that you guys would traditionally gravitate towards? And if so, why or why not? Let me know what else you guys would love to see me do using this palette. I love you all a heck of a lot. I hope you all have a very fun, safe, healthy day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! And please subscribe if you are new, haven't yet, and made it all the way through this video. Thank you!